What if the reason you're broke has nothing to do with how much you earn? What if it's not your salary, not the economy, not bad luck? What if it's 5 specific habits, running quietly in the background of your life, draining your account every single month? Because that's exactly what we're talking about today. 5 money habits that keep hardworking people broke, and more importantly, how to break every single one of them. Let's get into it. Habit 1. Spending before saving. Habit number 1, and this one gets almost everybody. You get paid, you cover your bills, you live your life. And then, at the end of the month, you save whatever's left. Here's the problem. There is never anything left. There's always one more thing, one more expense, one more reason why this month isn't the right month to start. And so the savings account stays empty, month after month after month. This is called paying yourself last, and it is the single most common money habit keeping people stuck. The fix is brutally simple, but it requires a mindset shift. You save first, before the bills, before the groceries, before anything. The moment your paycheck hits, you move a fixed amount to savings, automatically, non-negotiably. Even if it's $30, even if it's $50, the amount matters less than the habit. Because when you pay yourself first, you force your lifestyle to work around your savings, instead of the other way around. That one switch changes everything. Habit 2. Emotional spending. This one is personal. You had a rough day, a frustrating week, a conversation that left you drained. And somehow, almost without thinking, you end up spending. A new outfit, a takeout order, something in your cart that you didn't need but suddenly felt necessary. And for about 45 minutes, you feel better. Then you feel the same, and your account is lighter. This is emotional spending, and it is one of the most expensive habits in existence. Not because any single purchase breaks the bank, but because it happens constantly, and it's invisible, because it disguises itself as self-care. Here's how to catch it. Before any unplanned purchase, ask yourself one question. Am I buying this because I want it, or because I'm feeling something I don't want to feel? That pause, that single question, is worth hundreds of dollars a month. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to be conscious. Habit 3. Ignoring small leaks. Habit number 3. The one that hides in plain sight. Tell me if this sounds familiar. You check your account and somehow, despite not buying anything big, the money is just gone. No major purchase, no obvious splurge, just gone. This is the small leaks problem. The $14 subscription you forgot you signed up for. The $6 coffee 3 times a week. The app charges. The forgotten free trials that became paid plans. The delivery fee that somehow became a daily habit. None of these feel like spending, but add them up, and you're looking at $200, $300, sometimes $400 a month quietly draining out. Every single month. The fix. Once a month, set a 15-minute money date with yourself. Go through every transaction, every subscription, every recurring charge. Cancel what you don't use. Downgrade what you don't need. 15 minutes a month. That's all it takes to plug the leaks and redirect that money somewhere that actually matters. Habit 4. No budget, no plan. And I say this with full respect. If you don't know exactly where your money is going, you don't have a money problem. You have a clarity problem. Most people have a rough idea of their expenses. Rent, car, food, bills. But rough ideas leave rough gaps. And those gaps are where the money disappears. A budget isn't a punishment. It's not a restriction. It's a map. And you wouldn't drive to a city you've never been to without one. So why are you navigating your finances without one? You don't need a complicated spreadsheet. You need 3 numbers. What comes in, what must go out, what's left. That's it. Start there. This week, write those 3 numbers down. Because the moment you see the full picture, clearly, honestly, you stop bleeding money in the dark. Habit 5. Avoiding the numbers. And habit number 5, the one that quietly makes all the others worse. Avoidance. Not opening the banking app because you already know it's bad. Not checking the credit card statement because ignorance feels better than the truth. Letting bills pile up. Letting conversations about money with yourself get postponed again and again and again. Here's what avoidance really costs you. It costs you time. Every day you don't look, the interest grows. The problem compounds. The hole gets deeper. And the anxiety? The anxiety doesn't go away just because you stopped looking. It gets louder. The bravest financial move you can make is simply this. Look. Open the app. Pull up the statement. Write down the number, even if it's painful. Because you cannot fix what you refuse to face. And the moment you face it, really face it, the power it has over you starts to shrink. The number on the screen is just information, and information is something you can work with. So let's bring it home. 5 habits. 5 quiet, invisible, devastating habits. Spending before saving. Emotional spending. Ignoring the small leaks. Living without a plan. And avoiding the numbers. None of these require a huge income to fix. None of them require a finance degree. They require awareness, consistency, and the decision to do things just slightly differently than you have been. You didn't develop these habits because you're bad with money. You developed them because nobody ever showed you a better way. Now you know. Pick one habit from this list, just one, and work on it this week. Not all 5, just one. Small shifts, consistently applied. That's how financial lives actually change. If this video helped you see something you hadn't seen before, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And if you missed our last 2 videos on the paycheck trap and why raises disappear, go watch those. The 3 videos together will hit different.